The next question in GATE 2020 Mechanical Engineering Set 2 question paper is from production for 2 marks. Two rollers of diameter D1 and D2 are used to measure the internal taper angle in the V groove of a machined component. The heights H1 and H2 are measured by using a height gauge after inserting the rollers into the same V groove as shown in the figure. Which of the following is the correct relationship to evaluate the angle alpha as shown in the figure? So particularly we need to calculate the relationship which can be used in terms of H1, H2, D1 and D2 so that we will get the internal taper angle alpha. So 4 options are given for this question, and according to the official key the correct answer is option A. Let's move on to the detailed solution. Let us consider the given configuration as it is with slight modifications, which are the distance between the ground and the vertex point is y, and distance between this vertex point and center to the first roller is small h1. Similarly, let us consider the distance between the ground support and the vertex as y. Let us consider the distance between this vertex and center of the second roller as small h2. Now from the first figure, let us write down sine alpha is equal to d1 by 2, which is the radius of the first roller, divided by the hypotenuse, which is h1. And from the figure we can write h1 is equal to capital H1 minus y minus d1 by 2. Just replace this h1 in the above expression to get sine alpha is equal to d1 by 2 by h1 minus y minus d1 by 2. Now just cross multiply this equation to get h1 minus y minus d1 by 2 into sine alpha is equal to d1 by 2. Now bring the sine alpha to the other side to get this expression. And from this expression, from the left hand side, other than the term minus y, send all the other terms to the right hand side to get minus y is equal to d1 by 2 sine alpha plus d1 by 2 minus h1. Let us consider that as equation 1. Now let us try to follow the same procedure for the second figure as well. From the second figure we can write sine alpha is equal to d2 by 2 by h2, where h2 is equal to again capital H2 minus y minus d2 by 2. Just replace this h2 in the above equation to get sine alpha as this. Let us just write the last step again. So this is the last step. So we have the equation 1 which has the expression for minus y. Just use that equation 1 and replace the terms which are expressed for minus y. We get sine alpha is equal to d2 by 2 by h2 plus d1 by 2 sine alpha plus d1 by 2 minus h1. This is obtained from equation 1. You can just refer back, minus d2 by 2. Now just cross multiply to get sine alpha into something which is the denominator of the right hand side, which is equal to d2 by 2. Now from this left hand side, just multiply sine alpha and d1 by 2 sine alpha to get d1 by 2 and send that to the right hand side. We get sine alpha into h2 minus h1 plus d1 by 2 minus d2 by 2. This d1 by 2 will come on to this right hand side to get d2 by 2 minus d1 by 2. Now just write this expression for sine alpha from this to get d2 minus d1 by 2 by h2 minus h1 minus d2 minus d1 by 2. Just take minus common from both the numerator and denominator to get this term. Now just rearrange the terms and simplify so that we get sine alpha is equal to d1 minus d2 by 2 into h1 minus h2 minus d1 minus d2. So that forms the option A.